for anyone that's joining right now, this is Nick with the Nick and Jimmy Show. And on today's live, we have the one and only Bruny Surin. Am I saying correctly? Surin or Surin? How do I franglais?
Surin en français.
Surin en français. Perfect, perfect. Basically, Bruny, you were the champion for Olympic track and field, and you won the gold medal summer of 1996.
Yes.
Is that yeah, that's awesome, man.
Long time ago.
Absolutely. And you represent Canada, so we definitely love that 100%.
Thank you very much.
If you could tell us more about that, I mean, I know it's a long time ago. Perhaps you could tell us, what are you doing right now, actually? I know that, you know, if you could talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you talk about 96, well, it's going to be 25 years ago. I mean, to me, it's like the memory is still there, like it was yesterday, you know, because, I mean, we were not the favorite. We were the underdog, you know.
The underdog.
The underdog, and we knew that we could do it, but nobody thought that we could win the gold medal. But after that, when we got it, I mean, that race, actually, I can say that changed my life for forever. I mean, today I'm doing a lot of speaking engagement, like across the country, and even across the world now. I mean, especially in Canada. I mean, people still talking. I mean, when we won, where they were, what they were doing, and everything. And I mean, it's part of the history, and I feel very grateful for being part of that team. And today, I try to inspire like a lot of youngsters, you know, and either in track and field or any sport. I mean, to tell them that they can achieve great things. I mean, they need to have their own goal, their own gold medal. I mean, not everybody's going to win a gold medal and sprinting, you know, but we all have our field, our dreams, and I just tell them to go after the dreams. I mean, today I have my sports clothing line for like 10 years now, and I have my foundation where we give grant to sports students, sport athletes, and everything. I mean, to me, it's a way to help the youngster, and I'm grateful for that, you know.
That is amazing. So right now, full time, you now own a clothing line.
Yes.
And you have a foundation.
And my foundation, I started a couple of years ago in real estate. I mean, and now today real estate is one of my passion, you know, and 90% of what I'm going to watch on TV is going to be about real estate and everything. That's why I started to do some investment, very modest. I mean, nothing like those huge businessmen and stuff like that. But they are my models because I want to be like them. I listen to a lot of like webinar these days about business mindsets and everything. I'm learning more. I took a class, university class with digital marketing because I want to learn more. I always want to learn more and everything, and I have to adapt also to the unfortunately the situation today. I mean, a lot of things gonna be digital, online, and everything. So I want to have more knowledge on that, so I don't stay home and just wait, you know. So I'm
exactly.
proactive, you know. Yeah,
I love it. You're not reactive, you're proactive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Choco Rodrigo wrote here. So you're not a real estate agent. You're doing real estate investments, right?
Investments, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And are you doing it in Canada only, or in the US as well?
Only in Canada. I'm in US. Okay. I used to have a condo in US, but 3 years ago I sold it. But everything's is in actually Montreal right now. Yeah.
Okay. And is it single family homes? Do you fix and flip? What's your strategy?
For now, it's condo that we rent. But eventually I want to go to like a single family and multiplex, stuff like that, you know. So now I started by myself. I have one of my friends is partner with me in some condos, and now I'm still looking to invest in other area. Yeah.
Awesome. And you said that you took a class, like a real estate course, like seminars, like who, Robert Kiyosaki? Who do you follow for real estate?
You know, for the real estate, I mean, oh my God, I remember I have a friend, like, I remember, he came to Canada. That's a great story, man. He came to Canada exactly in 97 with like nothing, you know. And he was telling me, "Oh, but Bruny, it's real estate, real estate." But at that time, me, I was still training, you know, focusing on my competition. I'm like, man, don't talk to me about real estate. I'm running, just leave it alone. But every time he was telling me, and he started, and slowly and slowly, slowly, but he was keep telling me, and today, today, the guy is like crazy.
How
He
many
has
doors does he
so
have?
many doors. Oh, he's doing great. I mean, he's multi millionaire. And
Oh wow.
it's not to say that I have regrets, because at that time I was so focused on what I'm doing. But if I could have ever known, I would have started a little bit on the side, like the real estate, because that's a good field. And I
It's a great
surrounded
way
myself.
to.
Yeah, I've surrounded myself to people who knows that industry. And even before I make my move, because you know that there's always people who's gonna say, well, you're gonna lose your money. They're not sure about starting in business, you know. And for years I was scared of that. And I remember one time I went to a business conference, and there they had you Hilton, and I had a chance to sit with him like for like 15 minutes, and he was telling me tricks, and he was telling me like that. At the end, he told me that, Bruni, I'm not smarter than you, and everything. Yes, there's gonna be a risk, but you just have to go check your numbers and everything. But at one point, you have to jump, you know. And I went to my agenda, and I put in my agenda that year. I said, no matter what, I'm going to start in real estate. And I started. And today it's great. I mean, things are going very well. Yeah.
I love it. So basically, right now you have one condo that you bought, right?
I have four now.
Four condos,
yeah,
man.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
And fortunately, I mean, it's going fine. They had values and everything. So I cross my fingers, still keep going well, you know.
I love it. I love it. And do you
Yeah.
find that somebody asked before, has the COVID-19 impacted you as being a landlord and collecting rents from those condos?
You know, at first of course, I was a little bit scared. You know, I said, what's going on and everything. But my tenants now, all of them, they're paying full. I have no problem at all. Because at first I was like, well, if they don't, I understand the situation, but I'm like, well, if they don't pay me, but I'm still have to pay the bank, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
now, so far, everything is fine. They're paying me full amount, no problem. Yeah.
And as a landlord, are you able to defer with the bank right now, like the mortgage payments? How does that work?
Because you know what? Because my tenants now they are paying everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to go to my bank and say, well, give me a break and everything, because I'm fine. But if I would have a situation with one of my tenants, yes, I would have the because I have a good relationship with my bank. I've been doing business with them for like more than 20 years, the same bank and everything. So that's not a problem. Yeah.
Amazing. And
Yeah.
you and why condos? Like, let's say, for example, why not another asset class? Why specifically condos?
It's just happened like that. You know, I had the first one I bought. It was a pre-construction,
Mm-hmm.
and I anticipated. I said, well, if I buy it on the paper, on the plan and everything, it was like a great location, VIP and everything, and I took the chance. I just like you Hilton said. I said that play with my numbers. I said it makes sense. I just jumped. Of course, it was a big number, but as soon as it's finished, I had an opportunity to sell it like almost 100,000 more.
Okay.
And yeah, and I was like, okay, well, because I want to have it's downtown Montreal, you know.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I want to use it also a little bit. And my plan is from 3 to 5 years, and I check the market. Then I want to sell it. But for now, I just rent it. Yeah.
So perhaps maybe because you have four of them, you said, right? So
Yes.
like you do like a refinance, and then when you refinance, you use it as a down payment to buy the other ones. Is that what your
Yes.
strategy is? Gotcha. Yeah,
Exactly.
of course.
Exactly. And now for the multiplex and everything, that's one of my future goal. And also, I'm looking at another sector. It's Mirabel. I mean, I know that Mirabel is
Oh,
growing
yes,
a lot,
yes,
and I
yes.
have good contacts there and everything. So that's probably maybe my next move as well. Yeah.
Yeah, with Ray Jr. Courtemanche.
We know the same people, right?
Yeah, he's a
We have good
phenomenal guy,
contacts.
man.
Yeah.
He's a
And the
phenomenal guy,
thing is,
man.
there are also it's location is growing. I mean, it's it makes sense to go there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, just FYI, Jimmy and myself, one of the things that we do is we actually do invest in multifamilies, but in
Okay.
the U.S. So we could definitely connect, outside and discuss business about that because I'm sure we could do some great things, man.
Okay.
100%.
Do you do in Florida? Because now I heard that in Vegas is a good location now too. That's what I heard.
We deal with areas, states like for example Ohio, okay,
Yeah.
Alabama, and the reason for that is we deal with states that are more landlord friendly, because you have
Okay.
either like a landlord market or a tenant market.
Yeah.
So like example here in Quebec, it's more of a tenants market, right? So it's hard to push away tenants if they're not paying, to evict them and all that stuff. It could take some
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
as opposed to in some states. I mean, within 3 weeks, if the person didn't pay, you can have them out of
Okay.
there.
Okay. Okay. I
So
understand.
it's a different ball game that you could increase rents. It's the returns are much higher we find in the U.S. and there's more
Okay.
benefits. But hey, we could definitely connect, man, about that. And
We'll chat for sure.
uh,
Well, you have
absolutely,
all my contacts.
absolutely. So
Yeah.
somebody asked over here. Let's go back to a few. What is the best experience you have learned from the real estate industry? From Bara Gofre.
From what?
What is the best experience you've learned from the real estate industry?
Well, of course, that you have to study. Yeah, you have to. You cannot go like random. Like Yulton was telling me that you have to play with your numbers. Like the price I was paying, and I was like, okay, what's the average price? Like let's say downtown Montreal, and then I went to the location. What's near it? What's the advantage and everything. And also one thing also very very important, the place that I have, it's the last floor before the penthouses in the
Okay.
corner. So
Oh
I'm
wow.
like, that for that it's a prime. But now that's what I said, that now I could have sold it like close to 100,000 more because of all that. I mean, I did my homework also. I mean, yes, sometimes a lot of time you can have people telling you, okay, well, we have this great opportunity. Don't just based on what people tell you, or even your real estate agent tell you about the numbers. You have to be there to study yourself and to see for real if the number are right. And that's the same thing I did with my other condos. I mean, I know that if I sell them like today, I'm gonna make a great profit. You have to put the time. You have to put the
Love it.
time for sure. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Carlin Dre is asking, what are the skills that you've learned in track and field that are still useful in your life, your personal life, and your business life? That's a good question. Good question.
Yeah. I would say one of the greatest one. I would say it's the mindset. I mean, my mindset when I was in sport. I mean, like whatever's gonna happen, if I have a bad moment, bad result, I'm gonna say, well, okay, I'm in a bad situation now. There's a way out. Why am I in this bad situation? Why did I race not good? What did instead of winning, I finished fifth? What's the mistake I did? Like as soon as the race is over, and you prepare your mindset to say, okay, well, when I'm going to get back in practice, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to work on. This isn't what I need to work on. And the next one is going to be fine. My toughest time in athletics was also in 1996, the same year, same Olympic that I won the gold medal and the relay.
Okay.
Because a couple of days before that, to be precise, it's 5 days before, where I wanted to win also a gold medal and the 100 meters, and the semi-final, where they was taking the first four to go to the final. I finished fifth, so that means Olympic 100 meters was done for me. that was a tough situation. I mean, I was kind of crying. My wife was crying. My coach was like, I don't know what's going on. I was seeing stars. I said black. I said, well, life is not fair. And I remember I said, okay, in life, there's always two things. And everything that you're going to do, any field, sport, whatever it is, why are you in this situation? Second, what are you going to do about it? ASAP. And I came back home. I watched the tape again and again and again. And I said to myself, Bruny, why are you in this situation? And in the middle of the night, I'm like, okay, I know why. I remember going to practice in my preparation. At least 3 or 4 times I was going to practice, the fire wasn't there. I didn't like what I was doing. And sometimes I just turned around, went back home, I didn't practice. But at the time, I didn't understand that. So once I was there, I'm like, okay, well, I understand. I wanted to win that medal for my friends, for my family, for my sponsor, and for the country. I was missing myself.
Yourself, yeah.
Myself. And I'm like, oh my God, that's why I didn't like it. I realized it there. And second question, what are you going to do about it? Change my mindset. Okay, from now on, I want to have fun. I want to do it for me first. I'm first. No pressure. I'm the first. Next day, I was at the pool. Hey, life is great. Life is good. Life is good. And I swear, people was looking at me. They were like,
this guy's crazy.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, are you okay? And that's the same mindset that I'm using, like, let's say in this situation now. I mean, I'm trying to say to people, and I said, I did a couple of blogs. I said, people, if you have a question, you can send me some email. I'm going to do one-on-one with you and everything, try to help you and everything. That's my part. I could have said, oh my God, no income's coming from my conferences because everything is stopped. I've been in the house for like 6 weeks. I could have, man, I'm going crazy. Things are bad. What is this? What I did, I'm taking a university class. I told you earlier, digital marketing. I want to learn more. And I'm anticipating the after crisis. And every day I have a big smile. Life is good. Life is good. It's gonna be fine. But at the same time, I don't want to judge. But there are some people, they're like, it is very tough situation now. I mean, we're talking about like mental health and everything. I mean, we can, if I can help in some ways, yes. But there's some people, the mindset is like the opposite. And I said that sport that helped me with to have that mindset, and that's the way I'm living my daily life today. Yeah.
Amazing. And somebody's asking here, Costa, besides real estate, talk to us about the charities you're involved with, and keep up the amazing work, he says.
Oh, thank you. My charity is the Bruny Surin Foundation. What we do, I go to a couple of schools like every day to talk to the students, like about mindset, like stay in school and believe in your dream and stuff like that. And we give grant sports concentration. We help them with the training and stuff like that. And I have another program. We call it Les Premières Foulées Bruny Surin. It's during the year, the school year. We have about 30 competition now in a gymnasium with the kids from like 6 to 13 years old. Like they're gonna have races, sprint, throw, and jump. You know, I want to start them like an early age to do sports, so they continue to have the same to continue to have sport activities. And I've been doing that for like 20 years now. And I did also a couple of training camps where I bring some kids, let's say in Florida, and last time we were in Arizona, to bring them in a professional environment where they can see other professional Olympian practice like every day. And every day I give them advice about nutrition, psychology, and everything. And what I did is I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing my part. Because I remember when I wanted to start athletics,
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I didn't have money. I have like zero, and a lot of people was telling me that my dream was impossible, you know. So unfortunately, there's some kids. I've seen some friends that they didn't go towards their dream because they were discouraged, and people was telling them that they couldn't, they wouldn't make it, so they
Yeah.
just stopped. So my job today, and I'm very glad to do it, just to say to the kids, well, go for it, go for it. And my sport, there's a challenge. There's a challenge in sport in general. Like sometimes kids saying that, well, I heard that if I want to be the best, if I want to be one of the best, I couldn't do it without cheating, without taking like steroids and stuff like that. I said, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, of course you need to have the talent, you need to have the work ethic, you need to have perseverance. It's not gonna be easy. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be easy, but perseverance, work hard, you can do it. Because I said a lot of time I said to kids, well, I achieve my ultimate goals, which was to run faster than my idol. And when I asked them, how many years you think it took me to realize it? Most of the time, the kids they're like, well, 4 years, 5 years. And when I tell them it took me 15 years, like this, and they're like, today I'm very glad that I persevere and did it. But the road was very long, but it's possible to do it drug free.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. And you mentioned something earlier, about laser focus. You know, before when you
Hmm.
first started,
Yeah.
you know, yes, you did not pay attention to the real estate or anything like that because you were 100% laser focused. So
Yeah.
two things I wanted to ask you. Uh, if you're doing something, how important is it to be laser focused? And number two, do you find that, especially in sports, is it mostly talent or discipline that makes you a winner?
Yeah. I mean, about the laser focus. I mean, yes, you need to be laser focused, and what I mean by that, I mean, yes, today I'm involved in different things. I mean, I was telling you about my clothing line, about the speaking engagement, the foundation. Now there's other things that I want to start, but once you start something, you need to be there 100%. What I mean by that, when I was starting the clothing, I'm there. I start. I make my team, but on a daily work. I mean, I'm not the one who's gonna sue and everything. I'm not the designer and everything. I'm here to bring my support, to try the clothing, to bring the vision and everything. We have a team to do that. Once we get going, okay, this is going. When you need me, I'm there. But you don't need me there like every day because I'm not the designer. It's like the same thing with the foundation. With the foundation, yes, at first I was by myself, working, working,
Hmm.
working. But what I did after, go surrounded yourself with talent. Now I have my actually my personal broker now is been helping me with the foundation for like 18 years now. So a lot of work also he helped me do that because I cannot do everything on my own. Everything
Power
is like
team.
it's a
Power
power
team.
team. It's a power team. Same thing in the sprint and the 100 meters. Yes, you see me only myself on the lane running the 100 meters. But before that, I have my coach, I have my physiotherapist, I have my massotherapist, I have my psychologist, I have my manager, I have a team surrounding me. It's like in everything. But and yes, you need to be laser focused. I mean, today, yes, I can do a lot of things, but in everything that I do, there's a team. There's a team surrounding that. Yeah. And after that, you said the thing
That
about
talent
athletes. If it's talent,
or discipline.
it's both. It's both. I mean, yes, you can have an athlete who wants to be the great hockey player and everything. Yes, at the base, you need to have a certain talent, and then after that, the work. It's a combination of two. I've seen people with great talents, but sometimes the work ethic is not there. yes, you can perform well, but you could have been like much higher. And sometimes also, I see some athletes with, I don't like to say limited talent, but for the
Yeah.
exercise, let's say that limited
Yeah.
talent, but their work ethic is like, yeah, they're gonna do okay, but but for an extra athlete, you need both. Absolutely. Well, we can talk about well, the fastest man, the Usain Bolt. Sometimes when I talk to kids, and Usain Bolt, they make this and everything. I said, yeah, but a lot of kids, they want to be Usain Bolt. They want to do that. They want to do that. But he's training like crazy. I don't know if you saw his documentary. I mean, when he's finished his training, I mean, he's on the floor like
It's finished. Passed
he's
out.
finished. He's finished, and
Yeah.
also he has a good perseverance also, because I remember I saw myself at the beginning, because he has I think it's sclerosis, they call it.
Okay, multiple sclerosis, MS.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because of that, he was getting injured all the time, especially
Okay.
at his hamstring. I saw him asking for another athlete at that time. The athlete was higher ranked than him. Is Asafa Power, the other Jamaican was there before him, was using his therapist, because he wasn't he couldn't afford to have a massage. He didn't have no team and everything, but perseverance, work hard, and we see what is been doing, and the mindset also is very important. What I saw from Usain Bolt, I can tell you a little story. The first time I saw him, he was 16 years old. They had a championship, youth championship down in Sherbrooke. And at that time, people start to, there's a young kid from Jamaica, Usain Bolt, something like that. And, so I was working with Radio Canada.
Okay.
And they said, well, Bruny, make sure that you interview him after his race. And okay, fine. I heard this kid has talent. Let's go check him out, So I finished. I saw him run. His biomechanic he wasn't running properly, because he didn't have no power in the leg. But I interviewed him for like 2 minutes. The first time I see him, the first time I talk to him, 2 minutes. And after that 2 minutes, I said to everybody, I have it on tape. I said, this kid,
Champion.
I can see, I give him 5 years from what I saw. And the way he was talking with confidence and everything, his mindset. I said, not only he can break the world record, I can see him running 9.6 over the 100 meters. 99% of the people. Bruny, man, you're crazy. You're crazy, man. What? 9.6? Are you nuts? I said, okay, fine. 5 years later. So now we are in 2008 and Beijing. I'm telling you, I still have the picture here. I was 4 row from the start. I could see the finalists like very well, and I still have my binocular. Oh my God! You see, when people have confidence, you can see. I always watch here. What's going on here? What's going on in your shoulder? It's crazy. You have him going like this, looking at the people, sending kisses to the crowd. It was crazy. And at the same time, you have other athletes. Okay, I understand that. I mean, you have pressure. And Beijing, there was like, I think, 115,000 people at the stadium. And once you have the 100-meter final, all eyes on the finals. Pressure is like crazy. And you have some guys like the eyes going all over the place, looking down, nervous and everything. At the end, Usain Bolt is doing his show and everything. 9.6 world record. Now I said, oh, I told you guys. And some people say, where is this guy coming from? Well, I told you 5 years ago.
There you go.
Very important. Mindset.
Mindset, 100%. Share us the feeling that you had when you first won that gold medal. How did you feel? Like, that moment that, were you super proud, happy? How was it, man?
You know what? I always, in those situations, I'm I'm always grateful, and I'm always like going backwards. I remember when standing there on the podium one, and then you have the national anthem, and at the same time there's the two big screen at the stadium showing our race like in slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wanted to cry and everything, and I'm like, okay, well, I remember you guys were saying that it's impossible. You guys were telling me I have no money. The society told me,
You're
forget
never
it.
gonna make it. Yeah.
Never gonna make it. No, no.
All the
And at the
naysayers.
same time, I'm like, okay, well, I came here from Haiti, and Canada
Sac
opened their
passé.
border. Sac passé na boule, you know?
No, voulez. T'es calé, Bobis?
Yeah. And you know what? We had great opportunity here, and the only thing is we have to go seize them. Everything is here. Everything is here. I cannot conceive somebody who's telling me, well, sitting here and say, oh, I don't know what to do. What? You don't know what to do? We have everything here. What are you waiting for? Just go. One of my slogan is go get it. Go get it.
Just do it, like Nike
Just
said.
do it. Exactly. Oh, Bruny, I want to do this. But what? There's no but. Just go.
You either focus on solutions or you focus on excuses, but you can't do both.
You can do both. No excuses. I have a business coach telling me that every time. No excuses. Don't tell me do your excuse. I don't want to hear it. Just go. That's it.
And Jimmy asks, what type of diet do you recommend as an athlete, or actually in general, perhaps?
You know what? I never diet.
Okay.
I never diet.
Griot. You eat a lot of griot.
Griot. You know, now today I eat more griot. But yes, back then I was very little. The only thing I was doing is like eat balance. And I was never a big fan of dessert. I mean, even today. I mean, today what I eat is about almost like 95% of what I'm eating when I was an athlete. Always eat like balance and everything, but I never because I know that some people, they're gonna even wait how many calories and whatever they eat and this and they drink and everything. I never done that. Seriously. Yeah.
So just moderation with everything, basically. That's
moderation, eat healthy, and that's it. Yeah. Nothing crazy.
And stay away from sweets.
Exactly. Stay away from sweets.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you said something earlier. You said, as we're talking about business coach. So like a life coach, is that what you mean? Like a business life coach?
Not a life coach, like a business coach. Like someone who's gonna depend on you feel, or if you want to start in business anything, it's like it's gonna like help you with your like your marketing, with everything. Because I remember I have it from like about 5 years now, and I remember I was going to some business convention, and this guy came to me and we start to talk about sports. He goes, well, when you were the best athlete, you did your best performance and everything. How many coach? I mean, you had a coach? Yeah. How many coach you have? Like you surround and everything. I'm like, okay, well, I have my strength coach, I have my sprint coach. Let's say my psychologist was kind of a coach.
Coach, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And he said, in business, do you have a coach? How many coach you have? I'm like, oh, okay. And now the thing is, like, you are in your thing, and you need somebody from like
outside perspective.
Outside. Yeah, from the outside to see and to help you to guide you and everything. And I can say that to me, it made a big difference. And always something that I want to tell the audience also, always invest in yourself. Always invest in your education and your future and everything. Every year I'm doing like convention and everything. That's how I met Hugh Hilton. I could have said, well, I'm staying at home, I'm fine. I don't want to bother nobody bothering me. I'm doing my thing, I'm fine. But I'm going there. My network today, it's huge. It's not something that I'm bragging or anything, but you just go. You present yourself. This is what I do. Business partner. Today, I'm in a big one of my big business partner, one of the top real estate guy in Quebec. How did I do that? Well, I did not staying at home and be by myself. It's the same thing. Invest in yourself. I mean, I'm looking forward again to go in some other business, meeting people and everything. Invest in yourself. It's very, very, very important.
They say that your network will determine your net worth. So be careful who you surround yourself with.
That's right. Totally. That's right. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I mean, today I can call anybody. I said, okay, well, this is what we're doing. We want you there. Can you come? You help me. I help you and everything. It's just the way business is. You know. Yeah. Don't be afraid.
Jimmy's asking, what inspired you to be an entrepreneur?
You know what? It's something that appear. I remember I was my first sponsor was Videotron.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, first sponsor. I mean, I went to see. Till today we have. He's a very good friend of mine. I mean, we became friends after that. And I remember I called him and I said, okay, well, it's tough because I want to do training camps and blah blah blah. And I didn't have a sponsor, so I went to his office the same day. Before he left his office to go home, he called me. He said, "We are in." I'm like, "Okay, you're in. What does that mean? You're in?" It's like, "Okay, we're gonna sponsor you 25,000." What? 25,000? Okay, yes.
You know, in the 1990s, that's like 100,000 a day.
Exactly. That was exactly 1991. You know.
Shit, man.
Yes, you know, so I could do my training camp, that's big relief and everything, and for my whole career, like he sponsored me. And then I thought, well, Videotron is a big company, and who started that? How did it start and everything? Well, somebody who started from nothing, and you grow. I'm like, man, this is impressive. And now I start reading about biography about this entrepreneur, how does it start? And I'm always like, okay, this is what I want to do one day. And after that, I'm like, okay, fashion. My mom was doing my clothing when I was young, and every time I go to school, I have to be like everything like impeccable. Yeah, I was born with that. And I said, one day I want to have my clothing line, and this is what I'm doing today. And another goal was my foundation, because when I started, I didn't have nothing. I said, I want to give back. That's what I'm doing for like 20 years now. And now I said, when I was in business school, 5 years ago, I said, and the medical, because I know about sports, like medicine that help you perform well and everything. I said that I want to be involved with some company who can help athletes and everything to perform better and everything. I'm about to close a deal now to be an investor in one of the kind of medical company and everything. And I said to myself, why not? So that's what I said to people that telling me that you can't. Don't tell me that. I have my daughters. You can tell me I have 2 daughters. I'm glad that both of them, they finished university. I was like, yes. And I have one of my daughters. She's still doing sport now. And I remember once she was in training, she was like, "Daddy, I can't." I said, "Try again." "No, Daddy, I'm tired. I can't." Go. At one point, she didn't talk to me anymore after one practice, because it wasn't my goal. Because I know that a goal that she had, if she wasn't doing the proper practice, she was not going to get it. So that practice.
You prepared her for victory. Victory.
Yeah. So after that couple of weeks after that, she went to that race. She wanted to finish top 6 at the Canada game, and she ended up winning the bronze medal.
Wow.
Now it was, oh, thank you, Daddy.
Exactly.
You see?
Exactly.
And she was telling me, oh, I can't. It's all here.
It's whether you think you can or you can't. Either way, you're right.
You're right. Exactly.
You
And
know?
this is not, and a lot of time I said to people, these are not theories. These are not theories. This is facts. They are facts. You know, work on that.
And you said about we're talking about university and all that stuff. Did you finish university? Did you, do you have a lot of education? Do you believe that you need to be successful, you have to finish school? What do you think about that?
I have a university certificate in management.
Okay.
I didn't finish the whole I would say that's the university, but I'm still taking like classes. Like now I'm telling you that I'm from the University of Illinois. I'm taking the digital marketing classes. I'm doing a lot of convention. I do a lot. Google a lot. Read a lot. Yeah, but I didn't finish the university. Yeah. Okay. But I think that it's very important. I mean, to my daughters, I was like, okay, well, because at first they were like, they want to focus only on sport. And I'm like, and you have the opportunity to do both, let's say, in the States. And then all your education it's free. And thank God for me, they chose that path. And today they came back, full scholarship, both of them. And I sometimes I calculate, if I had to pay for that, it's more than $500,000.
Yeah, for sure, man. Especially
US. Thank God.
And nothing's guaranteed, eh? You can invest all that money, and nothing's guaranteed, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But let's say people that don't have the luxury of paying for that kind of education. I know that because I love reading Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if you know Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
And it's all about self-education and learning from mentors, real teachers that are where you want to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, yes, like if you want to be a doctor, obviously you have to go to school to study medicine and all that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to be like an entrepreneur and become like a multi-millionaire, I don't think school is something that can teach you that.
No. You have to be on the ground. You have to be on the ground. I mean, that the person I told you now, I partner with him now. I remember one day I called him. I pick up my phone. I said, well, everybody has phone. You pick up the phone. I said, okay, well, I know that you're very busy. In a couple of weeks, I mean, well, if you have, I just need like 30 minutes of your time. I'm not going to bother you more. I just need 30 minutes of your time. Just pick your brain and everything. He goes, oh yeah, come tomorrow in my office. Well, that's fast.
Love it.
So I went there. I didn't want to bother him. I ended up spending 2 hours at his office teaching me. I'm like, well, I didn't ask more. Teaching me. I'm like, okay, interesting. And we became partners. But you have to pick up the phone.
Student mentality.
Exactly.
Call and be willing to be coachable, be willing to learn. Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
You said about sponsorships. Do you get any type of royalties now or any of that stuff, or
I have a couple of I could say that as a spokesperson that I represent some company like Sanofi. We have this product they call Senvest. It's like injection for people who has
diabetes, for diabetes. Yes, yeah.
And I'm the spokesperson for them. And after the crisis, there's 2 announcements that we're gonna do, of a new partnership. You see, I didn't stay home and do nothing. There's stuff coming. You have to work all the time.
There you go. Mario Mamolidis says, congratulations, Bruny. You're an inspiration as an athlete, an entrepreneur, and as a family man, for sure, man.
Hey, thanks, awesome. Mario. We see you soon, Mario. Thanks.
Max Mupes says, Rich Dad Poor Dad, absolutely phenomenal book, 100%. Yes. What else over here? We said, okay, so right now, you're getting a lot of mental training still, right? So yes. Every day, do you have like a morning routine? Like, what do you do on a daily basis now?
A lot of time, I would say not every day. I would say one time of every 2 days or 3 days. First thing I do when I go, like I wake up sometimes 6:30, 7 at the latest, come to the office, and a lot of time I meditate. Like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I meditate, just just let it go.
Absolutely,
You know,
100%.
and then I do some reading. I do my feedback, and I start hustling.
What are you reading right now? What book are you reading right now?
Now I'm taking the digital marketing. I'm
Okay,
in
okay,
that.
okay.
I'm in that all the time. And also what I'm doing also, it's prepare the after crisis. Now I'm telling you that a lot of time people are going to go digital. So now for my speaking engagement, my conference, I'm offering now the option to do them at
Virtually,
webinar. And exactly,
100%.
and have a following up also. So that's why I'm preparing now. You know, yeah. You always anticipate what's
100%.
once the crisis is over, I mean, my marketing is that's what I'm doing now. My marketing, what the banner, how I'm going to approach the company, my webinar, what I'm going to put, like at first, the follow up, what I'm going to do. Everything is I'm doing that now. But I have people say, oh, we don't know what to do. We watch Netflix every day. I say, what? You watch Netflix every day?
You're frying
All
your
day?
brain, man. You're
What?
frying your brain.
Oh my
No
God!
way, man.
Every day I'm busy. Every day I'm busy. Look at my. I don't know
100%.
if you see my office. I have files like all over the place.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
You know, that's it. And you know what's funny? I don't want to. I'm not judging people. I don't want to judge and everything. And said, and that's something that I saw and I was shocked. I remember I went to I had a meeting. I went to an office downtown. And then I see the founder of this company. He was there. He was like 72 years old. I said, what are you doing here? He said, what? I'm working. I said, yeah, you work. He said, yeah, come here every day. And I said, oh my God. And now you have, sometimes I have some entrepreneur. People want to become entrepreneur and everything. This guy is at his office at 7:30 in the morning, 7:30 years old. And you know what's the most important? Is already multi-millionaire. And you as an entrepreneur, or you want to start to be an entrepreneur with no money most of the time, oh, what? 7:30 down to, oh, that's too long.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep till 9 o'clock. Okay. Keep going that way.
Absolutely.
You
I
know?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's the thing.
And is there one book that you can recommend for like a must-read book that you can recommend for anyone that wants to be an entrepreneur?
I would say go buy books about me. What I read the book about Le Maire, Bombardier. Go find the biography.
Biographies of people, yeah.
Well, depending on what field you are, what field that you are interested in, everything to work also your mindset. Go find the biography and see like how they started, the challenge that they had and everything, how they get over the obstacle and everything. That's gonna inspire you. And one thing after the inspiration, it's doing. Because
Absolutely.
a lot of time people, oh yeah, it's inspiring. Okay, but what you gonna do about it?
Action.
That's it.
Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice.
You know, I
Absolutely.
like you thing, eh? I like you.
100%. And here somebody wrote, and it's not Netflix, it's Brokeflix. I like that.
Actually, I was watching a webinar, and his name is JJ Paxton. That's what he was saying. He said Brokeflix.
Brokeflix, I love it.
Don't do that. So you can watch a little bit, but not like
yeah, exactly. Not 3 hours a day, man. Come on.
Exactly.
Also, Choco wrote, not sure if you mentioned it, but what time do you wake up in the morning?
Pardon me?
What time do you wake up in the morning? You said 6:30.
Yeah, this day 6:30, 7 at max. But like this morning at 6:45, I was up. I was doing first thing I did this morning. I did my relaxation, everything, focus, everything for like 15 minutes. I time it. I put my music, like my soft music and everything.
I beat you, man. I'm at 4:45.
4:45, you woke up?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, but you have your show, you have your everything, you have your stuff going, you know. Try to.
No, I
One
love
day
it.
I want to be like you.
No, in the morning, man, it's like the power hours. Like it's the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
time, man. You do all your
The best
routine.
time I'm most inspired in the morning. Very
100%.
early in the morning. It's quiet, doing my stuff. Yeah.
Do your meditation, your affirmations. You set your goals for the morning, for the day,
Exactly.
your intentions. It's amazing, man. Love it.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Never felt better. By the time
Yeah.
it's 9 o'clock, you've already been up for almost 5 hours.
Exactly. And now some people start waking up. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely. Well, I know we could talk forever, man. It's just that Instagram only lets us only have maximum 1 hour. So I think we have about like 3-4 minutes left. So if anybody has any questions, let's see
I see
here.
my man Chris was there. Chris, what's up?
Chris, 4:30. He
Chris
wrote
McGuire.
4:30 club all 4:30
Yeah.
club all the way. I'm almost there. Almost there. And let's see here. Are you doing from Sandy Lou? Are you doing? Are you going to do mindset coaching with people that want to reach higher found in sports? Hard. So mindset coaching for people that
Yes,
want to.
it's either it can be like sport or business. I'm for that. And I start to do some, but that's one thing that I want to work a lot. Their mindset. This is very powerful, very 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 powerful. And one of the first thing my coach taught me when I was 17 years old, it's like he said, "The me I see is the me I'll be." Was
I
telling
like
me,
it.
man, your brain, you can make it believe anything. At first, I'm like, my coach is crazy. That's what I said at first. I said, it's crazy. Talking about the mindset and everything, think positive. And once I said, okay, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna practice it and everything. It's amazing. And that's why I want to teach to people. Thanks for the question, Cindy.
And somebody else wrote here. Hold on. Are you still running?
Still running? No, I'm not running. I'm not running anymore. Today, I have a bad knee. I have arthritis, and my doctor told me that everything was gonna have impact on my knees to avoid that. Yeah, those
So really,
crazy
really,
training what I was doing.
it's really amazing to see somebody that they won a gold medal, and they took that sports mindset, and now they're implementing it for a greater good. For entrepreneurship,
Yeah,
for charity work. You're really amazing, man. You're very, very inspiring. We even saw you at the LinkedIn Awards that we had
yeah,
recently with Jamie Benizri.
Jamie, yeah,
You're an amazing guy, man. And honestly, I'd love to have a sit down, meet you and Jimmy very, very soon to discuss
okay,
about entrepreneurships and ventures together, man. 100%.
okay, we'll do that anytime. I'm up for it. Yeah, perfect.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you
Yeah.
very much for your time once again.
Hey,
Bruni,
thank you
you're an
again.
inspiration. Keep doing what you're doing. Sac passé, na boule.
Yeah.
And
And thanks again for the people who are here with us on the live. Thanks a lot.
how can people follow you, by the way, if people want to follow you?
Oh, it's easy. Surin.ca, my website. Or either way, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm everywhere. It's easy to find me. But
Perfect.
my website, Surin.ca.
Beautiful. So follow Bruny, follow the Nick and Jimmy Show. We love bringing great content and valuable content for people, from all walks of life that want to see what's going on right now with COVID-19 and how entrepreneurs and people that have a great mindset, how they're applying their mind and taking action during these hard times. So it's very, very
Yes.
important. And again, thank you so much for your time, man. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Anytime. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, man. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right.